Well, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. I hope you are doing very well. Welcome to the show. My name is Daryl. I make this show called Cycle of Play. If you've been here for a while, you know what I do. And today I'm kind of just here, just chilling, man. I'm off work for a hot minute, and I just thought I'd stream for a little bit before I kind of get back to channel work. I have a lot to talk about. I have a lot coming out next year, and I just thought I'd hop on here and see how you guys are doing. What's going on? We got everybody in the chat. Let me go and scroll back and see who all is here. We got Being Amazing, Switch Cave, Mike Roach, 1IQ. That's an unfortunate name. Aaron Lewson, what's going on, Aaron? Good to see you. Super Saiyan, Saphira, King Crimson, 1257. I actually just finished JoJo Part 5, so King Crimson. Mad respect for the name. I finally am caught up on JoJo, and I think Part 5 might be my favorite. I'm not sure. We got Leaks. We got Chris Vidal. We got Joao Paulo C. Yes, I did announce a live stream 5 minutes before your meeting. Sorry about that. We got Athena Rubio, Fluffy, Mike Roche. I think I said King Crimson, Zeus DNK, Ethan, Henrique Brigenti. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're doing all right. Fluffy, Nick Kaler, G Garage, Mr. Person, Nick Collar. We got a lot of people in here. Good Lord. 87. I saw it was 69 a minute ago. I saw some nices in there. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the show. So to give you guys just a quick update, hopefully I'm not muted. I pretty got it. Yeah, okay, cool. My mic's going. Just to give you guys an update on kind of what we're doing here. I don't really have a plan for this stream. I have Hollow Knight that I actually do need to be playing. There's a certain part in Hollow Knight that I have to get to so I can do a video on that particular part of Hollow Knight. I haven't got to that point yet. I started a brand new playthrough of Hollow Knight, so if you want to, we can just pick up right there and we can go and play to that part, and then I'll have to hop over to something else. But I've also been playing Hades. I discovered Hades finally after all the time, after everyone saying, oh, it's so good, it's so good. I was just like, I don't follow the hype. I still haven't played Among Us, actually, just because I got tired of everybody. Funny story about Among Us, that I was considering doing a video about it because it involves lying. The psychology of why you enjoy lying, that might be kind of an interesting topic, right? But for whatever reason, I kept thinking, all right, the second I start to make this video, the fad's gonna pass. It's gonna be like Fall Guys, no one's gonna care about it anymore, but it kept sticking around. So I kept being like, damn it, I really need to make this Among Us video, and it just never happened. So, yeah, I'm kind of disappointed about that, but maybe if Among Us is still huge next year, that'll happen at some point. Let's see, let me actually read the chat now. I got it right. Hope everyone's holidays are nice despite everything that's going on. Hello there. You must be thankful for people with easy pronounceable usernames. I am, Seminius. I really appreciate it whenever people's usernames are very nice and precise and easy to enunciate. That makes things a lot better. You already get Hollow Knight then? I know, I do have to do some Hollow Knight. We'll probably do some today regardless. I'll probably play a little bit of both. I'll probably play Hollow Knight because I'm almost to that point. I'll probably play Hollow Knight to the point that I need for the video. And then I'll just hop over to Hades, and then we'll just do that for a bit. But I got nothing else going on. Let's see. A Human Hollow Knight is my favorite. Is literally my favorite games of all time. As I was, you know, it's funny because I was on vacation whenever this happened. My wife and I actually just got back from vacation. I was going to do a Christmas Eve stream. Never actually happened because we just got back on Christmas Eve at like 3 a.m. because we were traveling just a ridiculously long way on the road. I'll spare you the details. But we got back Christmas Eve. I was exhausted. I was planning on doing a Christmas Eve stream. It just didn't happen. But for whatever reason, I decided not to do that. But I was on vacation, looking out at snow and wilderness and mountains because we went to a very secluded place. We really wanted a white Christmas, so we went to the snow. We went and saw some beautiful landscaping. And on the last day, we sort of just stayed in. That feels copyrighted, better skip that. On the last day, we were sort of hanging around, and I remember I just went and played Hollow Knight. I started a new game, and outside the window, it was just snow falling and like really cloudy skies, and I was playing Hollow Knight, and it just really hit me how really, truly good of a game this was. Because after playing it the first time, you sort of have your first instance with the game, but it's like sometimes whenever you go back to a game after having played it, you know, so many times, you realize at the beginning all the little attention to detail, all the things that taught you how to get as good as you got playing that game. Fantastic game. Try to pronounce mine. I don't know if this is a good idea. Talking about usernames. Let me say this in my head so it's not something bad. Po Villas Balbiris. There you go. I think I may have pronounced it right. I don't know. Morning's Vampire. I just got Hades in 2 days, dumped it 14 hours into it. It's even better than what I thought. Yeah, Esperito. Hey, what's going on? Good to see you, Esper. Yeah, I agree. Hades is kind of blowing me away. I compare it to Dead Cells a lot because I don't actually have a whole lot of roguelike experience. I played Dead Cells a ton. As you guys know, I did a video on Dead Cells a while back. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed Dead Cells, but that's kind of the only real roguelike that I really have put any time to in before, so I constantly compare it to that. The Hades is more... Dead Cells almost plays like a Metroidvania, the way that it's more like larger sections. I think there's 5 main sections in Hades. My friend Shane, he was telling me that it's like 5 main sections, but then like each room is very contained. Hades feels like more tinier chunks of combat as opposed to Dead Cells, where it felt like, okay, how do I tackle this whole area? How do I make it through? How do I get to this one particular place? I feel like there was a lot more spatial awareness, a lot more like remembering of how to go back. Hades just feels like fight, move on, fight, move on. So is it different? It's not, is it bad? Is it good? I don't know, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. I've had a lot of fun with it. Hollow Knight's just so good. So scenic. I love your story. Nice closet. Closest anyone has gotten. Bruh, I don't even like roguelikes, but Hades is awesome. Yeah, Tom Clan, I agree. See, roguelikes is not a genre that I have a ton of experience with, but between that and Dead Cells, like I need to maybe give it a little bit more of a try and actually spend some more time doing some roguelikes. Spencer, what's going on, my boy? Good to see you, man. I thought I'd do a midday stream, you know? It's fine. I just thought I'd hang out. 100 plus people, you'll love to see it. I actually haven't heard about Hades. Is it worth it? Yeah, being amazing, it definitely is. It top to bottom is. I mean, it's not, I wouldn't call it a masterpiece. It's not, if you're the type of person, because there are these type of people that sort of just enjoy AAA games, it's not really that. But it is a very, very well done, well written, well voice acted, well arted. Is arted a word? Well drawn. The game was really, really well arted. 9 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, top to bottom, the game is really well done. So if you're looking for something that's enjoyable and cheap, because I think it's on sale right now, it's $25. I think I got it for 20 because I got a ton of these for Christmas. PlayStation, Nintendo, whatever cards. I got a lot of credit. So I love the Hades. Oh yeah, and that's another thing, Aaron. So Hades is really good with the story. I've been really impressed with the Hades story because, again, it's really well voice acted. Zagreus, for whatever reason, is like an Australian chap. You know, he says cheers to everyone. Like, you can't help but like Zagreus. He's such a likable character. And then on top of that, you have this whole conflict with like the gods above and the gods below and everyone's role. And I'm only like scratching the surface. I think I'm maybe 10 hours in at this point. Have you played Steven Sausage Roll? I have not, Sans Undertale, but I do know what game that is. It looks very difficult, actually. I'm not very good at puzzle games. Exactly, yeah. Who was it that said that? Let me credit who I'm reading here. Cookie Killer, XD says Hades has some strong dialogue, it simply doesn't get boring. Exactly. See, that's the thing, is like with most roguelikes, you kind of depend on all of your upgrades to make each new run refreshing, but because of whatever happens in your run, whenever you get back in Hades, there's always like a new story plot, something that happened. In fact, I guess kind of minor spoilers for Hades, the first person the first boss you fight is Megara, or Meg, right? I'm doing a playthrough right now where like the most recent time I got to Meg, she wasn't there. It was like one of her sisters, and she just kept saying murderer. Like, what is that about? It's the first time of my very limited experience with roguelikes that I've seen like a story really easily, nicely weaved in there. Also, I got this playlist, and I was picking and choosing when I first started, but some of these might be copyrighted, so I hope we don't get copyright claim on this, because copyright's been a bitch this year. Let's see. But I did not need most of the characters. It's a lot of fun growing everyone's friendship levels. Yeah, that's another thing, is you can give gifts to characters, right? So, like, obviously, you know, you would think you're going to give it to the nice characters. My first gift that I gave out was to Hades, because Zagreus has this really bad relationship with his dad, but I was like, what happens if you try to befriend Hades? Like, genetically, if gods have genes, you would think Zagreus would have like the power of Hades behind him, right? So I was like, naturally, he should be carrying his dad's power. So I was like, what if we try to get Hades on our side? Like, what if we get Hades to understand that maybe Zagreus just doesn't want to be there anymore? Like, could you imagine? So that was my first gift that I gave out. I'm not sure if that was the best idea. It was almost Aphrodite, because Aphrodite's art came up, and I was like, oh shit, I'm not ready for this. hit the wrong button again. But yeah, let's see. We tried play any Among Us with any other YouTubers. I don't think I will. I don't actually have a whole lot of YouTubers that are my friends. I'm not good at making friends. Period. I knew that was true in high school and middle school. I'm not good at making friends, but now that I'm also a grown up and I'm a YouTuber, I'm actually not very good at making YouTube friends either. I have 1 or 2 friends that are YouTubers, but there's like a circle of friends on YouTube that friends on like Twitter that I kind of want to like be in that circle with, but I don't feel like I'm on that level. Like I don't think I have that level. Not that I don't have that level of clout, because I have more subs than some of them, but not that that really matters. I just don't really feel like I'm on that level of video game critiquing. I feel like I'm almost just sort of find something interesting and talk about it as opposed to like critiquing stuff. I don't know. I don't know if I'm on that level. I just like how they managed to cram in Greek mythology pretty accurately. Do they really, Tom Klein? I took a Greek mythology class in college, and I was really fascinated with it. But because it was a very busy semester, I kind of skipped all the reading. I just sort of, enjoyed the class. Tails Hunter popping in with DKK20, which is some form of currency. Thanks for all these thesis ideas. Tails Hunter, I'm very glad that I've given you some ideas. I assume you're a psychology master's or something along those lines. Absolutely. Video games and psychology, as I have made 3 years of a backlog on, I can attest to, definitely are intertwined in a lot of ways, because it's all about decision making, it's all about how we perceive things, it's all about how things are communicated, it's all about how things are taught. So absolutely, and I'm glad that these videos help you in some way. I appreciate that, Tails Hunter. Thank you so much for the donation. That's incredibly kind of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you are, whatever you do, whatever you enjoy around the holidays. I hope that it's been fantastic, and I hope that your 2021 is simply amazing. I hope that that's things go well for you. Let's see, bro, you got to make a Dark Souls video. Yeah, I got to fucking beat Dark Souls first, to be honest with you. I got, everyone talks about Dark Souls. I got Dark Souls Remastered way back, like as soon as it was first announced for the Switch, and I tried it, and I was garbage. At some point, I am going to go back. That's on my list. There's a lot of classic games that I have yet to play, and in fact, the reason for that, I think, is because I had a renaissance whenever I got out of college, because before college, I'll be honest with you, whenever I was in high school, most of my video games were from my childhood, from the ages of like nothing to middle school, and maybe just right up until high school. I just played Nintendo games. I had a GameCube, I had a PlayStation 2. I played some Final Fantasy. I played Bully, things like that. I played a lot of games up until that point, and then I kind of stopped. When I got in high school, God, I hate this about myself, but I also love it because it's a good game. When I was in high school, I got absorbed by Magic the Gathering, and I played that shit, and I played it a lot. And my God, brilliant game, soul-sucking, money-sucking game, brilliantly designed. I love Magic. If I could still play it, I would, but I simply don't have the time or the monetary commitment to it. But yeah, so that kind of happened to me. So my high school was consumed with Magic, and in college I was way too focused on my studies and on my girlfriend, who is now my wife, so that worked out. So there was a solid 8 years there where I just was sort of out of the video game scene. I would play casually, I would play Smash, I would play, the new Zelda that came out and things like that. But once I got out of college, it sort of became like, oh my God, now I just have a job and free time. So I'm still in this big video game renaissance. So there's a lot of classic games that I haven't played because I was absorbed back in the day. Let's see, happy holidays. I've started playing Dark Souls 2, and I actually think I'm starting to appreciate it. Yeah, Tom Klein, 100%. I think Dark Souls is one of those games to where if you can actually get pretty good at it, you're going to be very happy with yourself, because it's a game that doesn't just sort of take you on a joyride. It's a game that actually forces you to get better, to take time, to understand the in and outs, to understand the borders of where you can push, to understand how to beat a boss, to appreciate the fact that you're going to have to spend hours learning how to beat a boss to move on. Like, it demands so much of you that you sort of can't help but respect the game and yourself more. So yeah, I am looking forward to picking up Dark Souls at one point. Magic Gathering, aka the Pokemon TCG. No, Pokemon TCG is very different. I played both. I played a little bit because it was card games in general, really, but mostly Magic. Pokemon TCG is actually, I hate to go on the record for saying this, in my opinion, it's not that good of a card game. There's too much luck involved. There's too many coin flips. It's 50-50, sure. Oh, we got a donation. A human is popping in with $20. Oh, thank you, a human. What is your favorite Hades weapon and or Hollow Knight charm? Feel free to ignore this message if you were in the middle of talking about something else. That's really kind. Can I get Can I get a pog? Can I get a pog in the chat for a human here? That's the most considerate donation I think I've ever seen. Not even mine, just any stream in general, not just mine. I'm not going to ignore it. My favorite Hades weapon, my favorite Hollow Knight charm. I'm very early in Hades. So far, I like the staff the best. The one that you shoot and will float there and will come back to you. It's really fun. I like to say I'm really clever with it, and I shoot it, move, and then have it come back to me at like a certain angle. But unfortunately, I'm not that clever. I usually just like shoot it back and forth. But it's really satisfying to use. Oh my god, another one. Sebastian Dissuper popping in with €5, I think. Euros? Is that what that is? Do you make your own games? No, I do not. I'd be super glad to have you on board to participate in a game project. No, I don't make my own games. I would love to, but I would also really hate to, because it's almost like a frog thing, like the whole frog analogy. Like, you can learn a lot by dissecting the frog, but you kill the frog. Like, I don't know. I think for some reason that developing games would ruin my enjoyment of them. I almost just sort of want to be surprised and talk about them. I don't think that's in my future, but that's very generous and very kind of you to say. So I appreciate that, Sebastian. Sebastian, let me enunciate. Sebastian, not Sebastian. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate the donation. Back to previous, a human who was asking about Hollow Knight charms and Hades weapons. Hades weapons, yeah, the staff for sure. And then a Hollow Knight charm, I tell you what I really love doing is in Hollow Knight there are the soul battles, and this is it's kind of broken. There's the fragile strength and the fragile armor. So basically what these are, if you're unfamiliar with Hollow Knight, they're charms you can equip. But if you die, well, let me tell you what they do first. I think they double your defense or whatever it is. They double your attack as well, which is really, really beneficial. That sounds copyrighted. They double both of those. They double whatever it is that it's referring to, whether it be strength, defense, or whatever. But if you die, then the charm is gone forever. And I think you have to go buy a new one. I don't even know if you can buy a new one. You probably can buy a new one. But either way, it's gone once you die. But what you can do is in the soul battles, which is basically like little bonus battles. That's how you get soul. I think it's soul, whatever. In those battles, you don't actually die. You go to another dimension and you fight like a really revved up version of this boss, right? And then whenever you do that, if you should lose in that boss battle, you're not dying. You're just being sent back to like the regular dimension. So you can just spam those charms, which I thought was the coolest damn idea. To me, honestly, those charms are like built for that. It's almost like the Hive's blood, which sort of just gives you one heart back, is for the White Palace or whatever, where it's just a platforming challenge and you don't get a lot of chances to heal. It's almost like in a lot of cases they built charms for specific events, but I always thought that was a really cool ass combo. I also really like the Thorns of Agony just because I'm spiteful. The second I get hit, I want my opponent to get hit back. So the Thorns of Agony, if you get hit, they spam out thorns and they hurt whatever's around you. I always like that because it sort of gave me that one last hit because I'm persistent. I like to get in their face and start hitting. Oh my god, the chat's blowing up. Let me scroll back up and see if I can catch some stuff. Sorry for this is spam, but Scott the Waz got hacked and we need help reporting. Yeah, Scott the Waz. Hope that sorts itself out. I like his videos. He's really cool. Seth Fortuna just subscribed. Awesome. Sorry, let's see. Got to know if you looked at Omori and what's your opinion of how uses gameplay to portray Omori. I'm not actually familiar with Omori. Let's look it up. Hang on. Omori game. Omori game. Okay, here we go. Wrong button. It's been a lot of minutes since I've streamed, guys, so I'm kind of remembering how I have all my shortcuts set up. Omori. Omori is this real psychological horror RPG developed by Omocat. Oh, this looks interesting. Omori on Steam. Interesting. I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's go trailer, because I don't know what this game is, but I'm always about psychological horrors. In fact, I think I'm going to try to play a lot more of those this year because you guys seem to really like whenever I talk about psychological horrors and fourth walls and Lavender Town Syndrome and the creepy shit. So I might try to talk about some creepy shit this year. Here we go. Let's see what's going on with this. Turn my music off real quick. All right, I hope I can hear this all right. Should be able to. Okay, so it's just a minimalist little... Door is locked. What would you like to do? Stare at the door, look through the keyhole. Oh, I don't like that at all. You look through the keyhole. Oh god, I don't like this at all. You find someone staring back at you. Oh, I love it. That's great. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh no. Oh no. It's got that music that sounds happy but is really hiding a deeper, foreboding truth. Oh no, honey. You know what they always say, anytime is a good time for a picnic. It's funny, just knowing that something is a psychological horror will make you second guess everything about it. You just watch the trailer and you're like, oh my god. It's almost like just the way things are edited makes the difference. Like there's a video somewhere out there of Elf, the movie Elf, but the trailer is cut like a horror movie. Like they're advertising a horror movie. And it legitimately makes things creepy, you know? Like when he turns around, he's like, what do you want from me? You want money? Like, the way things are edited matters. Edited makes matters. Yeah, no, this looks pretty trippy. I didn't like that monster they were fighting back there. Oh no, there's a twist here? Oh, it's got those creepy, like, Finding Nemo fish with lanterns, you know, on their heads. Alright, I've seen enough. I want to play it. I don't want to see anymore. This is going to be... Let me write that one down. Omori? Hold on, let me just add it to my watch later. Yeah, let me do that. Yes, sir. Okay. By the way, just real quick while we're here, this is the best video on YouTube. This is the best video essay, at least, on YouTube. If you haven't already seen this.
Subtext.
This is called Ocarina of Time, a masterclass in subtext. Let me put it up a little bit bigger so you guys can see. Wrong damn button, Daryl. Good Blood. Check out this channel, Ocarina of Time, a masterclass in subtext. It's absurd that this only has 1.5 million views. Brilliant video essay on the subtext of Ocarina of Time, and sort of why it's more of a subtle Zelda than some other Zeldas. Most Zeldas, I guess, the writing is more on the surface, but with this one, with Ocarina at least in particular, it's more so like some of the things that are left unsaid that really bring it home. Just watch the video. It's unbelievable. It's better than all of my videos put together. Highly recommend it. And he's making one about Majora's Mask pretty soon as well. I got to know if you looked at Omori. Okay, so cool. Omori, that was fun. Let me check up on the chat. Here we go. Let's see. Never heard of this game. Looks interesting. Yeah, it does, Aaron. I'm kind of interested to check out and see what's going on with that. Daryl, your content has been a godsend for me over the past few months. I am a huge fan of video essay content, and you're the only one who does insightful essays for video games. The only one I found who does insightful essays for video games. Love you. Classic Gamer 323. I appreciate that, but there are a lot of other creators that do every bit as good as me and better. So I highly recommend checking out some other channels. Check out Rasputin. Check out Heavy Eyed. I'm sure you know about Mark Brown, Game Maker's Toolkit. The one I just mentioned, Good Blood, fantastic. You don't have to look too far, man. They're out there. There's a lot of fantastic content. Freckled Ginger, who says, hi, Daryl. I just want to say that I am a media and ICT major, and I have used your videos in research. They are so amazing. I appreciate that, Freckled Ginger. I hope that they have yielded you good grades and good insight as well. That's fantastic. The vid is absolutely Key Dorian. Yeah, you must have seen it too. The vid it's an amazing fish. Anglerfish. Okay, that's what was in that creepy RPG. What do you think of Super Eye Patch Wolf's related video about Undertale? I haven't watched it yet. I think I commented on it like immediately. I was on vacation when it went live, so I wasn't actually able to like watch it. And the reason I say that is because we were in a cabin in the woods so far out in the mountains that I did not have a signal on my phone. All we had was the Wi-Fi that came with, it was dead in the water. We were that far into the woods and the mountains. I didn't have a signal on my phone. We did have Wi-Fi, but it was limited. Like they were like, don't go over 50 MBs, which is like ridiculous. So I couldn't watch jack shit. I had a big watch later list. But yeah, I am gonna watch that Undertale video about Super Eye Patch Wolf. He fantastic creator as well. Have you ever heard of Danganronpa? Ooh, Folded Phoenix. I'm glad you mentioned Danganronpa. Danganronpa is one of those games that everyone's recommended. Again, anything that's like a psychological horror, anything that makes people think harder than a typical video game makes them think. Let me get some music back. People have mentioned that. Danganronpa is definitely one that I am interested in playing at some point. And I may or may not have already bought on sale on Steam. So maybe where I typically stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/DarylTalksGames, Maybe I'll be streaming it in the future. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'm bluffing. But yeah, I know about the Fold of Phoenix. Hope you're doing well, man. Also, you replied to one of my comments fairly recently. Oh, Miriam Raider. And since almost no one does, it made my day. Oh no, that was. I see every comment, guys. I don't see every comment. I see a lot of comments. Sometimes YouTube is weird about what it sends me notifications for and when it doesn't. But sometimes I'll literally just be sitting there, just taking a dump, right? I'll just be sitting there taking a dump, and I'll see a comment come up that's like, clicked for Monica. and sometimes I'm like, that's a run-of-the-mill comment. And sometimes it's actually like our friend here, what's her name? Miriam. Yeah, sometimes it's like Miriam's comment, and it's actually something really insightful. And I go, oh, let me reply to that. And sometimes I'm busy. Sometimes I see a notification hours later. So I try to reply to comments whenever I can. I used to reply to every single one. It just got out of hand. There was no way I could continue to do that for too much longer. But when I see them now, I do. Spencer says, I can't talk right now. I'm doing cowboy shit. And by cowboy shit, I mean riding around Mexico looking for one for one horse. Spencer, what the hell are you talking about? Are you actually in Mexico right now? You better not be. This is not the time. It's not the year. What the hell? Okay, I'm assuming you're making a reference to something. The music is a perfect blend of cute and foreboding. Are we talking about... Oh, Spencer, you're playing Red Dead. That's right, I forgot. My boy Spencer's playing Red Dead Redemption for the first time ever. Luke, what's going on? Luke Mieto says, Good Blood is amazing. Absolutely. Hope you're doing well, Luke. Music is a perfect blend of cute and foreboding. Yes. Talking about that other game. Oh, let me scroll down. We got really behind. Daryl sees all. Says, Suspicious Crab. I do see all. I was going to add more to that joke, but I couldn't think of anything. Hey, what did I miss? Yeah, so for Fretful Gaze, anybody here that is that's just tuning in, I'm just kind of doing a random stream. We're going to talk about next year a little bit, some other ideas I have. We're probably going to play Hollow Knight here in a few minutes. May play some Hades. We're just kind of hanging out, guys, to be honest with you. Thank you so much. 138 viewers right now. I really appreciate that, guys. We were at 69 earlier, now we're here. You know, it's a beautiful day. If Danganronpa gets in Smash, Ace Attorney should get in first. I don't know. That's... How do you put in a visual novel character into Smash? How do you do that? I don't know. I just don't know if it's a good fit. But we got Sephiroth. That was cool. So, what did I miss? Kelly Wright, he said at the beginning he just finished JoJo's Part 5. Yes, I did. So, yeah, whoever asked about JoJo, I just finished Part 5. I'm totally caught up. The only spoiler I knew about Part 5 was that a certain character dies, which... whatever. People die in JoJo all the time. That's not that bad. And the other thing was the 7-page Muda. I didn't know what the 7-page Muda was. I just saw like so-and-so react to the 7-page Muda, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I didn't realize until after I finished it that I had already seen it and didn't realize what it was. But then I went back and rewatched it, and I was like, okay, I get it. And I looked it up, and I fully understand now. Let's see. What do you watch? Absolutely, I watched JoJo. Yeah, most people think that content creators don't check on the comments. Oh, people don't think content creators be like they are, but they do. I love your channel. Thank you so much. You've inspired me to start making similar videos on how stories matter in video games. Hey, Super Zanty, I appreciate that. Absolutely. It's the circle of YouTube, man. People inspired me. I'm happy to be the person that inspires someone else now. It's how it goes, man. YouTube is just a way of expressing yourself and, you know, learning how to content create, learning how to edit videos. I hate the phrase content creation. You learn how to make videos. You learn how to tell a story. You learn how to talk. You learn how to find a mic and talk into it and not hate yourself. Because the first time I ever recorded myself doing a video, I hated everything. Like for an hour and a half for a 4-minute script, I was just sitting there like sweating. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Whenever you're sweating for no reason other than you're really nervous about what you're doing. I was just so in my head like, oh, okay. The Ma'alai Shrine in Breath of the Wild DLC. I gotta start over. Like, that's how it is, man. But bro, I gotta admit, Part 4 is the best. I know you agree. I liked Part 4. Part 4 was special. I think my favorite JoJo was probably Joseph Joestar, just because, oh no, and oh my god, like, Joseph Joestar is the best JoJo, in my opinion. Part 4 was damn good. I liked Okuyasu. I don't know, man. They're all so good. It's hard to pick one. I think right now Part 5 might be my favorite just because the stakes felt so high. I don't know why. But in a short time, they made it all feel like a family. It was very reminiscent of Part 3, except it was fresher. And the battles are better, because part 3 was like Iraqi still kind of discovering how stands work, and they all had kind of, you know, like straightforward abilities. But by part 5, like the complexity of these battles was through the roof. That on top of the fact that like they're all trying to get out of this mafia organization was just insane. So I think part 5 might be my favorite right now, but part 4, it was damn good. It's a close second. Joseph is the best. Sprags, doing well. Hope you're doing all right, Sprags. Terraria is so good. Absolutely. The anxiety of being in front of a camera is still holding me back. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about just John 43? Yeah, you're talking about being on... That's the thing, man. Being on camera, having your voice, hearing your voice back as you're editing videos and stuff is easily one of the worst things about content creation, because you just sit there and you really get in your head about it. But you just kind of got to roll through. It's one of those things, and I was thinking about this earlier too. Welcome to Daryl Rambles as this live stream. I was thinking about this earlier. Callie and I, my wife, we watched Soul last night on Disney Plus or whatever. This is a Pixar movie. It's about the guy that likes jazz and dies, and his soul is whatever. One thing that movie touched on was like they had this illustration early on of like all the souls before they were born were being like strapped with personality, which by the way, personality vid's coming next year. I promise. That's happening. I'm very excited about it. Multiple personality vids. They were all getting their personalities before they were born. They were all getting like, you know, and then they were sort of getting all the things about themselves, what they were going to look like, how tall they were, et cetera, et cetera. But then the older souls that had already died, they were going to like mentor them and give them a spark. And the spark was like something that really makes them go, wow, that's my thing, you know? And then so the whole movie happens, whatever. And at the end, there was kind of this realization. I get minor spoilers. There's kind of this realization. Someone knocking at the door? There's this realization. I'm going to leave a headphone out. There's this realization that your spark isn't necessarily your purpose. And that kind of got me thinking about like why I do, what I enjoy. Is it okay to like enjoy something and it not necessarily be like what you're meant to do? And I think it is okay for that thing to not be, even if it's not what you're meant to do, maybe your spark is just something that you enjoy and find some like motivation out of. Maybe it's just something as simple as I enjoy this and I feel alive when I'm doing it, and that's all that matters. And it got me thinking that video editing, making videos, playing games, and trying to critically analyze them and all that stuff, that stuff is stuff that okay, let me get my thoughts together. I guess what I'm trying to say is before I started YouTube, I thought I was looking for something. I thought I was looking for the purpose of my life. I thought I was looking for something that was supposed to be like, this is what I'm here for. And that's not actually the case. That you don't find it one day like that. You almost have to develop it. It's like you can have a spark, but you're not looking for a spark. You're looking for a fire. And a fire has to be developed. Like you find the thing that you think you might want to do. And all the things you do and all the things you don't like about it, because there's stuff about YouTube I hate. There's stuff about video games that I hate. There's stuff about video editing that I hate. But I'm willing to get through all that because the spark is there. You have to nurture it. You have to give the fire some air. You have to find some lumber to get it to burn. Like you have to nurture whatever you care about and understand that it's okay for it not to be this perfect thing. There's things that fire's hot, like, ow, you might get burned. Like shit's smoky. It gets you know, oh, I crisped up my marshmallow. That sucks. Like there are things about video editing that I don't like. There are things about what I consider my dream job that I don't like. But I take pride in it because I've spent like a year, 2 years, 3 years now working on it. I guess what I'm trying to say is your spark, your purpose, et cetera, is not something you just find. It's something you try. So I think my advice to you, if you're a young person lost in life, is just try stuff. When I first started YouTube, I gave myself a year. I said, do it for a year and see if you enjoy this and see what happens at the end. And that's 100% where I'm at, is that I have now discovered through trial and error, this is what I think I want to do. And even if it's not my purpose, even if it's not what I'm ultimately meant to do, maybe it's be a great father, maybe it's be a great husband, whatever, I have found something that means a lot to me. And I've gained confidence by doing it. And that is what makes it fulfilling. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm gonna head out this bitch now. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize for getting so deep, but I was thinking about that earlier, and it was on my heart, and I just had to get it out there. It was sitting underneath Orange Cassidy, and I had to let it out. Check out this vid by RC Walden. He talks about passion. That sounds fun. So I should start selling and growing weed. Is that what you're saying? Dear Mouse, dear Mouse. I'm not necessarily saying that. Look, if it's legal where you're at, whatever. I just follow the law, guys. Follow your passion within the law. It's really similar to the spark thing. You talk about. Have you ever heard about Ikigai? Yes, Ikigai is this whole concept of. I guess we're going down this tangent now. Ikigai is like this, the crossroads between something that you love to do, something you're good at doing, and something you can get paid to do. At least I think is what it is. I believe that's what it was. Let me see. And there's like one more factor. Ikigai is this magical, open image, new tab. It's this magical, where's it at? There it is. Yeah, what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, that was what I was missing, and what you can be paid for. And if you can find something that hits all four of those, then you're set, because you found the thing that's fulfilling in every way possible. Now, there are other combinations where like maybe you're hitting all three, but it's not something you're good at. Well, that's exciting, but there's a sense of uncertainty, et cetera, et cetera. Check out that chart. It's really interesting. Yeah, Ikigai is a cool concept to think about as well. Hey, Daryl, does violent content in video games psychologically affect you in a negative way? Does it depend on what kind of person you are? Spiffy dude with the big questions today. Does violent video game content psychologically affect you in a negative way? So there are studies. So here's what I'll say about this. I won't touch this one too heavily because the short answer is I don't know. But the slightly more detailed answer is more than likely no. But as with all things in psychology, it depends. So if you're the type of person, let me turn this down because I'm worried about freaking copyright claims and shit. If you're the type of person that you're really, really impressionable, like you're a monkey see, monkey do type person, to where, you grew up mimicking everybody, et cetera, et cetera. I don't even want to go that far. All I'm trying to say is that there are some people that, yes, it probably does affect them in a negative way, and maybe does change the way they perceive things, maybe does change the way they do things, et cetera, et cetera. But for the most part, most research that I have come across, most interviews with psychologists, most authorities on like actual psychological scientific authorities on it say no, it doesn't actually affect people in that it causes it. The exposure to it, of course, gives you ideas, like you see things and you kind of go, oh, I guess that's a thing that can technically happen, and it sort of puts the idea there. Does it make it happen? There's nothing that says, at least from what I understand, there's nothing that says violent video games cause this. It's incredibly difficult to make that causation. There's a lot of times where you could say maybe it's associated, maybe like, you take prison inmates for whatever reason, and you take them and then you have them all play some video games and see which ones they prefer, and maybe they all prefer the violent ones, right? Let's just say that happens. Well, there's no way to cause that. There's no way to say, oh, well, the video games caused that. It may just be the case that people with a violent personality enjoy violent video games. So there's nothing that is definitive out there that says, yes, it causes it, but there is certainly some gray area, and that is where the big argument is. I don't want to talk about that too much because I'm not an authority on it. Are you going to branch out to content like talk about movies and comics and manga? Ooh, Game Twigs. I would love to do that. I would love to do video essays on anime, on wrestling. You guys, I don't know if you guys saw the most recent Cycle of Play, but the last like 6 minutes of that video when I'm talking about the tag team thing, that was by far some of the most fun I have had making a video. Like that whole section right there when I'm talking about the Young Bucks and FTR, like that, God, that felt good. Like that was one of my favorite little edits and moments from the entire year. So if you haven't already seen it, go check out the latest video. It's the one about combat and storytelling. At least watch like the last 6 minutes when I'm talking about tag teams. I think it starts like the 14-minute mark. But yeah, that, I think about the 14-minute mark. That was by far one of my favorite edits from the entire year. So yeah, I would love to branch out. Have you ever played any of the Xenoblade games? My favorite game of all time is the remake of Xenoblade 1. I really want to play that very, very bad, Pyre Nerd. I'm pretty sure my mom got it for me for Christmas because that's all I asked her for. But we didn't get to see her because of Corona. So unfortunately, or because of COVID. So that didn't work out. But I do want to play Xenoblade 1 at some point. I have a buddy of mine, my boy Trey. He finished it and he put like 60, 70 hours in it, said it was phenomenal. I've only heard good things about it. So yes, I do want to play at some point. Let's see. Can I give you a kiss on the cheek, Alejandro Garcia? Yeah, put your right there, just on the screen. Yes, it was great. The wrestling video made me cry. Really? Oh, that's amazing. Just John 43. I'm really pumped about that. That's Fretful Glaze. I'm glad you guys actually enjoy the wrestling, because my videos lately have been just, the view count has been just descending, and I think I gotta pop out another algorithm video, like the Fourth Wall vid or like the Lavender Town video. And I think the first video coming out in 2021 could do it, because it's a little spooky, it's a little psychologically twisted. I'm excited about it. Favorite games of 2020 yet? Yeah, I didn't do one of those top 10 videos like everybody does. I actually have a list of everything I played this year, so let me look back. I will tell you right now. That probably my favorite was Final Fantasy VII, the original, not the remake. I did play the remake. I loved the remake. But Final Fantasy VII original was just unbelievable. I mean, top to bottom, that game, the narrative, and it helped because I played the remake first. Like, that's what got me into it. But playing Final Fantasy VII original, so good. I want to go back and play it again at some point. And that was also around the time that I hit 100,000 subscribers. So it's probably a little nostalgic for me. It's probably a little rose tinted. Where the hell did I put it? I keep a ton of notes here. Here we go. Okay, games I played this year. Grease was good. Three Houses I played again. Remake, Journey, Control. I loved Control. Control was a ton of fun. I got to give him bad props. Hollow Knight, of course, I did play this year. I did beat. Good God, Hollow Knight was so good. I mean, thoroughly I enjoyed Hollow Knight. Fourth Wall was great. Hype, favorite game of them all. Don't look at the algorithm, dude. Just make what you want to make. Yeah, and that's a good point, you know. And for the most part, I do that. But I also look at it. The enjoyment of YouTube for me is twofold. Number one is that I get to make something that I'm really proud of, and that's the most recent wrestling video. Very proud of that. Very proud of a lot of videos that haven't done well. But the other part of YouTube that I enjoy is almost sort of like I'm playing a game. Like, I kind of like putting out the videos that aren't necessarily what I was most looking forward to making, but knowing that it's going to blow people's minds and knowing that it's going to get the crazy views. Like the Fourth Wall video, I hated making. I had all kinds of issues that entire video. Good God, I thought I was going to scream. Like, I had copyright problems. There was typos. There's still typos on it. You can go see. Like, it was a shitstorm making that video, and I hated it. But I'm very proud of the fact that it just hit 3 million views. So like, it's twofold. I get enjoyment out of both playing, out of both like making something that's like fulfilling, and I get enjoyment out of like putting really good bait out there to catch the big fish. I like catching the big fish, and I like making myself feel things when I edit. So it's two things. Played a lot of Mario Maker, had fun with that. Played some Astral Chain. Never finished Astral Chain, but it felt like there was a lot there. Played Genshin Impact. Fuck that game. Played World of Horror, that was alright. Promessa, that was fun. Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, I actually enjoyed that. Ghost of Tsushima, oh my God, Ghost of Tsushima. Beautiful game. Top to bottom, Ghost of Tsushima was incredible. Were there things about it I would change? Absolutely, but I mean, good God, it was just, you know, it was like driving a Lamborghini down the road and being like, I don't like the material on these seats. Like, who gives a shit, you know? So I had gripes about the game, but there was so much about it that they just moved me in just the right way. Play Nier Automata, please. Okay, I got it. It's gonna happen, and in fact, it would happen first of the year had not my buddies and I decided we're gonna play this at the first of the year, because I haven't actually played this yet. I haven't actually played P5 yet, but we have a little thing where we're all gonna play it at once. A couple of my friends have not yet played it, and a couple of our other friends are all on the level of like they've played it 4 times. So we're all going to go to try it first and see what's going on. Would you define the Call of Duty series as comfort games? I don't know if it's up to me. It's not comfort games to me. Like, I don't play them and just, you know, chill out. It's not comfortable to me to play Call of Duty. It's alright. It's enjoyable, I guess. I wouldn't call them comfort games, but someone else might. I think that's a subjective thing. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Internet Checkpoint one. Yeah, that was a good one. The Internet Checkpoint, I had a lot of fun with that one. And that was a very feely video as well. Yeah, checking the analytics to see how you are found by your audience. Yeah, big time. So again, there's sort of a YouTube meta game. I like playing both. It's a twofold experience for me. No gotcha for me. Nah, fuck that. I tried playing Genshin Impact. It just didn't work out. Thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077? Don't announce your games that early, and make sure you develop for old consoles. It's a shitstorm. We're all disappointed. We all wanted that game to be amazing. We all wanted to go and select how we all wanted to go select how long our schlong was going to be, and that work out for us, but it just didn't happen, and that's the way it goes. Hey Daryl, have you ever played Outer Wilds? Not to be confused with Outer Worlds. I have not played Outer Wilds or Outer Worlds. I have a buddy that did, my boy Shane. The guy, so if you guys have watched the Animal Crossing video, I mentioned Jack and Shane at the beginning, who are two of my dearest friends. Shane plays everything. This motherfucker will stop. He will put away a AAA title in like 3 days and then move on. I mean, this dude's a machine. I wish I could do that because I'd put out much better videos. I'd have so many more examples. Have you ever played a Shin Megami Tensei game yet? No, I have not yet, but I think this is going to be my first one technically because I think that's what these are, right? I'm not really sure how that works. I played Hollow Knight in the last month, and it was one of the best games I've ever played. Just incredible. I have 70 hours and still finding new content. I have like 7, 8 bosses to beat. Dude, that's what blows me away the most about Hollow Knight is that you truly just feel like you're getting lost. Like I was playing it again because again I was going through it a second time. And by the way, if you're still here wondering is there going to be a game, yeah, we're probably going to play Hollow Knight here in a few minutes once I'm done listening to myself talk, I guess. Hollow Knight just blows me away with how much there is. Like I have never once felt, even with Breath of the Wild, I have never once felt like I was truly just getting lost. Like I was truly just going down a cave and not knowing where the hell I was going. Even on my second playthrough, I was like, wait, where am I? You know, I had a lot of the I'm lost moments, and that was great. P5 is really good. Everyone loves P5. Everyone gets obsessed. Let's see. All right, looks like I've got to get back to work. All right, take care. Super Saiyan, Saphira, Elba, and Sky. By LC, let's see. Outer Wilds is absolutely amazing. You should totally play it. Yeah, Outer Wilds is one of those ones I would love. Again, if I had the time, I would play every game you guys are recommending. But I have to make the most of it. I'm trying to beat Hades before the year is over, so I can pump this out in about a month or so. Because I know this is like a 100-hour game. So I'm probably gonna play this and some other tinier stuff in the background. Like I downloaded Edith Finch. I still haven't played that. I downloaded Gone Home. I downloaded a couple of smaller games that I'll be able to knock out on the side. So Hollow Knight was made by basically 2 people and it was $15. I know. It just goes to show you, man. Like, not to talk about Cyberpunk again, but again, it's not always about the graphics. Yes, that does make for an incredible experience, but sometimes you can make something just jaw-dropping and incredibly fulfilling by just using simple art. You know what I mean? Why is all the writing I see, such as game cases, reversed? Oh, I have the mirror flipped. Yeah, I have my room is actually opposite to this. And in fact, speaking of rooms, we're getting ready to move right now. So this is probably the last you're going to hear from me until the next cycle of play, which is going to be like January 30th or the 23rd, one of those weekends. We're moving. My wife and I are. And so right now we're renovating the house all weekend. I was over there putting down flooring. Shit, this shit was crazy. So I have next time you see me streaming, we'll probably be on Twitch. So if you don't already follow me on Twitch, go check out my Twitch and, you know, turn the notification on, et cetera, et cetera. And I will be streaming from a new location and probably a new setup too. I'm not going to have, I don't know if I'm going to keep this whole thing where I just, you know, have whatever on screen. I might switch to a more traditional, like I have the, you know, my face down here and then like a full screen. I don't know. We're going to play with it, but that's going to happen in the future. Love your content, Daryl. You're the only YouTuber I have notifications for. Keep up the awesome work, man. Here's to 2021. Anthony Vo, I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well. Hope your 2020 is simply spectacular, man. Hey, Daryl, I went to try Second Sight. It's a pretty unrelated old game that's made Time Splitters, Painters. Second Sight. Let's look it up. Also, about 5 more minutes, and we're gonna play some Hollow Knight. Second Sight. That's pretty copyrighted. Gonna skip that one. Let's see. Which button is it to do the thingy? Yeah, there it is. Second Sight. A science fiction adventure stealth game developed by Free Radical Design. Second Sight. How old is this game? I think I just read the year. Did I read the year? 2004. Okay, I was like, has to be something kind of older. I'll give it a look. I want to play it at some point. I'm not big onto shooters, and actually, it's funny. Like this is from a time. When this game came out, I would have been 9 years old. Well, hold on, I just realized I'm like off frame. I would have been like 9 years old at this point. So My parents would have let me got this. Would not have let me gotten this. I would not have received this game. But I'll give it a look, man. There's a lot of games like that just sort of happened, you know, that were good games and maybe I just didn't play because that wasn't something I was allowed to play as a kid. So, have you played God of War? Let's not ask that question. I'm excited to see the new house. Me too, Aaron. I'm very excited about that. You'll ever play a game the world ends with you? Oh, that's the game. That's the one game with the storytelling and the. Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. The world ends with you. My friends love this. Not a game I've played yet. This is, in case you guys are wondering, this is this game. Hold on. And I know they just remade this for Switch, I'm pretty sure. No, I just want the image. Open image in new tab. Oh my god. Whatever. This game. You guys can see it. I do want to give this one a shot at some point. The art style looks really cool. It looks very reminiscent of Persona 5, although obviously this came before Persona, with it being on the Nintendo DS and everything. But yeah, I definitely want to give that one a try. The backlog, guys. The backlog is real. Like, here, let me show you a note on my phone. This is, here we go. You guys should be able to see this now. Maybe. I'm connected. Hang on. Yeah. Here we go. Boom. That's my backlog. Like, it's for real. So I have a ton of games I still gotta play. DS game soundtrack is awesome. Getting remade on Switch. Actually, what was your take on Outward? Kind of locate relationship with it currently. Outward? This is why I actually need. I know you guys have talked about this a lot. I need to make a Discord because I need you guys to like just. You guys always have such good recommendations for me that are the type of games that I would actually enjoy and be able to make videos on. This looks really good. You guys make a lot of good recommendations. I just need to make a Discord at some point where you guys can hop in and just tell me some stuff and we can talk about this and we can share stupid memes. That might be on my 2021 list. But real quick, as I turn on Hollow Knight, I do want to let you know that 2021 is going to have some interesting stuff behind it. There is going to be a Hollow Knight video probably to cap the year off or to get it started. And then I'm also doing the personality videos, although those... I'm not really sure what the release schedule on those are going to be. I'm thinking either they're going to be back to back to back because I am doing personality videos. One is going to be on how you pick games, like how the personality affects what you're playing. The other one's going to be how personality affects how quickly you will rage quit, or like how quickly you will get angry, how quick you get tilted. And the other one's going to be personality of how you why can't I think straight right now? Of how your decision making in gaming. So like if you're a person that takes every risk, or if you're a person that's very conservative. We already kind of touched upon it on the Animal Crossing video with the maximization paradox and everything. So, but yeah, love you in plural. Yes, there's going to be being amazing. That is correct. There is going to be more than one personality video. And that's very rough. So those may change slightly, but I am planning on multiple personality videos because there's going to be a lot of personality stuff to talk about. Personality is one of those fields of psychology that is just incredibly vast. There's so much. Katana Zero. I have seen a lot of Katana. Says who is this? Wythrip. Have you ever played Katana Zero? I have seen a ton of Katana Zero. I'm familiar with how it works. I know the really cool mechanic of, you know, you try a bunch of times and then, which I thought was really clever. You try a bunch of times and then by the time you finally actually beat it, that's you really beating it. Like it just shows you sort of like a replay of what you just did, even though everything prior to it was like it was you imagining what you were gonna do. That was a nice way to sort of keep you looking as though your character didn't know what they were doing. I love that. Silent Hill 2 Dreams, a stream will be fun. I'm down with lots of stuff. Like I said, follow me on Twitch. That's where I ordinarily stream. I'm doing it here today just because everyone's here. I don't know who's going to show up on Twitch. It's been like a month since I've done anything on Twitch, so I just wanted to like remind everybody, hey, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm good, and let you guys know I'm moving. That's kind of where half of my confusion is coming from, and I actually kind of want to focus on videos more next year than I do streaming, but we'll still make time for it. So Twitch. Live your stuff and hope you have a successful new year. Appreciate that. Linkio Licro. Appreciate that. Daryl, have you ever played Katana Zero? Yes, we just talked about that. We're looking forward to it. You have any interest in Sonic Adventure 2 and making a video on it? Maybe. May have. I'll leave it be. Maybe. Lurking is my passion. Here of Darkest Dungeon. I have heard of Darkest Dungeon. That's a good game. All right. Let's do a little bit of the HK. Let's do a little bit of the Empty Night. The little boy who ran into a cave and could. He died a bunch, but he also killed a bunch of stuff. So check it out. Where I am right now, let me go ahead and get my audio fixed here. Desktop audio goes way down. Elgato, I wanted it about 25, 26. Yeah, that's probably about right. Probably about right. I'll turn that down. Okay. Yeah, so here we are. I got to this point. I've already beat... Oh, it feels good to be playing a game. It's been a... I just did so much talking that I'm just like, yes, finally a game. I can just kind of relax a little bit instead of having a ton for you guys to say. Anyways, I'm down here. I'm trying to get to Mantis Village at this point. I don't want to tell you guys where I'm really trying to get, but I'm trying to get to Mantis Village at this time, which I actually hate this area. I find these enemies really frustrating. The way they move is just kind of constantly out of reach. You know what I mean? They're just designed that way. And in fact, I don't even need to go that way. But anyways, I got to this point, again, after having already played one playthrough. I got to this point, only have died... Who have I beaten? I've beaten... oh, I can't get her yet. I've beaten 2 bosses. I fought... What's her name? The Shawl girl. Why do I always forget her name? She's going to be in Silk Song. What the hell? Hornet. I fought Hornet. I beat her without dying. I fought... the Fallen Knight or whatever he is, the big ugly guy. I fought him without dying. I got to this point in the game having only died once. So I'm not trying to say that I'm the best Hollow Knight player of all time. That would be conceited, but I am certainly in the conversation. So I'm trying at this point. I'm just trying to get to the what the hell is it called? The village that the mantises live, Mantis Village. I'm also trying to get money for the lantern. That's my 2 goals at this time. So, Mantis Lord's favorite boss. Yeah, the Mantis Lords were a great boss. I'm gonna leave to avoid spoilers. Oh, no problem. Take care, man. Hope you're doing well, Mad Lad. Mad Lad had. Esperdito, hey, more Hollow Knight. Yes, sir. We're back at it. You know how it is. And by the way, guys, if you're here from my Twitch from before. You know we've played a fuck ton of this game already. I've already beat this game once on Twitch in its entirety. This is my 2nd go through. And I hate this area still. Nothing has changed. But I am a little bit better at this game than I was. Just don't have as many skills. Yeah, give me all this. Give me the moolah. Have you seen Fireborn? I don't think I've seen that. Is that an anime? Is that a game? Is that a movie? Is that a box of, is it a cereal brand? Try our new Fireborn cereal brand. Do you have diarrhea? No? You will. Fireborn cereal from Kellogg. Come on. Oh god, I hate this particular spot. I think I had the exact same rage last time I played this spot on stream. This little spot right here is so hard to get up. I hate the bouncy shit. I can't fucking... Oh my god, just come down here and die. Please, thank you. Fireborn cereal brand. Now in chocolate and vanilla. Do your insides grow in agony? No? Well, try Fireborn cereal brand. Do you have Pepto-Bismol in your cabinet? You'll need some Fireborn cereal brand. It'll give you the shits. All right, can I get up here yet? Fireborn is a YouTuber that speedruns the game and does insane challenges. Oh, okay. You'd love to see that. That's amazing. Yeah, I have nothing but utmost respect for speedrunners because after doing a video about speedrunners and interviewing